Hi, Ron. We're back with another question from a member. How will allodial titles and land patents work for condo purchases when the condo is on top of another condo, but in one large building complex?
Um, well, the building is on a allodial title, land patents, having land patents that ensure that the allodial title is followed through the title companies and all that sort of stuff. I'm kind of going out on a limb here. The cabal, the USA Inc. took over the United States, took over the our Constitution, and instead of people owning land, the cabal owned the land. We went through bankruptcy. We were bankrupt as a country, and the people who put up the money and required us to pay the interest only in gold took all of the gold that we had. And then they went into bankruptcy, and you couldn't. It was illegal to own gold for a while, and we went through bankruptcy. And once that took place, and it started a long time ago. Once that took place, and the USA Inc. took over, they through the bankruptcy owned. They claimed ownership of all the land and the people and everything about us. When you buy a car, you get a certificate of title. You don't get the title, you get a certificate of title because who owns the car? Not you. It's vested in the corporation governments extending from the USA Inc. all the way down to the title to the states. Now, we're talking here about America, and I understand that. I hope everybody else does. But they don't own us. Never have, never will. They don't own the land. They claim title over it, but they don't. They don't. And why is this true? Because when we go through all of that we're going through, the end result is will we need allodial titles and land patents? Okay. I don't know because we will have our clear titles ourselves through our private home funding and through the cancellation of uh, mortgages that they used your money to buy and then they made you buy it back from them in with taxes or with interest, which is basically a tax on the property and you have to pay that or else you don't get any money or you have to get kicked out. You cannot kick anybody out if they have allodial titles and land patents. So there are no land patents and allodial titles. You can apply for them, and yes, they can go through it, but certain states won't do it. California is one of them. We had a piece of property in California. We couldn't get the land titles and the land patents because they said that's not allowed. Okay, the question is different than what I'm answering. If you have land, a land patent, and you have an apartment complex that's on that land, and you divide up a condo conversion or do a condo conversion for the whole condo or the whole apartment complex, that condo has a certificate of title, so whatever, and it also has a description. How far into the walls you own, or are they common property inside the walls? You can hang your own pictures and do what you want, but you can't drill through and come into somebody else's condominium because that's impinging on their rights. So a condo conversion is something that you need to start studying and looking at, because this is a very, very good way for us to start selling apartments for condos with the condos. And we're going to have it so that it's NASARA compliant. That's a brand new governance. Now, I did say governance, not government. It's a new form of governance that is, in many respects, will be entirely different than what the cabal has created as a government. Governments governments tax people and do the things that people can do themselves. And in the future, you don't have governments that tax. You'll have a sales tax on certain items. That's the only income that states and countries, cities and counties will have. That's all they have. And we've talked about this with our Loved One Society and what we are and our CACs. This is what we're going to help transition, because the city won't have the money that they have to pay for their police and their um, EMS, of the police department, the fire department. They won't have the money to do that. And that's where we come in and we start buying the assets and turning the employees into firefighters and so forth. They get on employee agreement accounts, and we love to double what they're getting now. So things are really going to change, and a condo conversion of apartments is a viable way to have your complete ownership. I'm not sure that I would really want to buy a condo in an apartment building, but other people seem to be happy with it. So we're not here to change the way everything goes, except for the way that the government runs. And it'll be governance instead of government. I hope that helps. Let's move on to our last question.
Thank you, Ron. Great answer. We'll be right back with another question from a member.